Greetings, everyone. Looks like the Decathlon draft event is functioning today. It wasn't yesterday, so we audibled to the that quick draft. This is not going to be a quick draft if unless we lose. We could lose quick, and this could be over fast. But ideally, we make it somehow to 5 wins, maybe in 6. You could have 6 matches that go 3 each. So this could be an 18-game event at its maximum, which is too many, I think. But if you, not that most events are not going to go to 18 games, but the fact that it's even possible is a little bit like, wow, is that really what you wanted for this? Well, let's hope we get a deck we love to play and is really powerful, so that we do march to, let's instead of 18, let's just say 10. Let's just get 10 straight wins and call it call it good. I'm going to call my sponsor good. They're cardkingdom.com. They help me keep on the air with all this content by slinging magic cardboard. They got all the best cardboard rectangles, the prettiest pictures, the sweetest rules text. Check them out when you need those things for your life. And if you find that they have the offer that you're looking for, they're not going to let you down. They're going to deliver exactly what you want in the time frame expected and the quality expected, and you'll get on with it. Start demolishing your friends with your latest treasures. Thanks, Card Kingdom. Check them out via my affiliate links. Let them know you got there from here, won't you? I'm glad we have figured out how to be gem independent so that I don't have to worry too much about EV anymore, because I feel like if I got too hung up on the EV of this event, I'd be mad. But as it is, resources are effectively free for me on Arena with multi-accounting, so whatever. Just don't be wildly unreasonable, Wizards, and I'll try your events out. What do we take in here? We've got only 1 red card that jumps out at me. It's not really first pickable, though. We got a Minister in white. The Vanguard has been... I've actually had this... You know, if you're Inhumans, great. I don't think it's really a rare you want to start with. A lot of green in this pack. We've got Grove. Yeah, I would take Grove over Vanguard. I was down on this card at first because I beat it a couple of times. Like it just was a little too clunky, but this is good. I think we'll reserve that there. If this were not gold, I would just start with the Paladin, but we're not going to start with a gold card. Evolving Wilds is good. Fang's not good enough to first pick. Only 1 blue card. Just noting, this is a very green-heavy pack, so, I mean, not surprising we're taking a green card, but I just kind of wish there was something that competed with the Grove in power, because, yeah, a great sealed pack, right? That's a great point. It'd be really excellent in sealed. We're going to take the green card, but I'm a little nervous because the table downstream is really being sprinkled with green picks right now, so we got to keep that in mind. And... So I'm definitely not marrying the Grove here, and we should just keep taking best card. Yeah, Egg could be that. Egg early enough is certainly takeable. You just got to focus on getting some exploit from your blue picks. Yeah, I know. No, I agree. I don't want to marry this card. If the green keeps flowing, okay, but you know, as much as people, you know, I wish we could figure out the impact. You know, Luis and Marshall and great minds of Limited will tell you that the signals downstream don't matter as much. And that's true. They don't matter as much, but they matter. They do matter. And they especially matter when you're in a color dense pack like that. When you know that you're just sprinkling all this stuff on basically every drafter downstream, some of them are going to end up in that color. So just worth considering. And it also makes cutting interesting, because now if we could, like, we want to take the Blossom, if we cut green, we can maybe keep them out of it. But let's not just jump on this. Let's see what else is here. Like Bloodcrazed Socialite is good. The Geist is good. I do like the Geist. But I do really like the Weaver. Knife is good, but we can get those later. This removal is a little too clunky to prioritize. Piercing Light, a little too narrow to prioritize. Yeah, it looks like Chad is with me on Weaver. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't falling for my own stated trap of just like, well, I guess we're green. But this does cut green, and I just think it's like the best card, right? So we'll take it. Thanks for the head check, though. We can keep cutting green with the Mariner here. It's a perfectly fine card, and again, might be the best card here. The Guest is solid. I like a Blood Fountain. This I've never seen do anything, but I kind of hope somebody has done something with this. We'll take the Mariner. As long as the cutting of green here is important to me, like that we're not continuing to pass other good green. Is Spiked Ripsaw good green? Is it good enough green? Oh, really, Math? It's been a long time, I guess. Oh, this is a Phantom event? Yeah, that's a good point. I was not even thinking about that, honestly. This is not amazing, but it's certainly playable, and it does a job. You would take the Flame Breather. That's fair. It is a 2-drop, but I'm not going to keep cutting the green, especially. Like, it's another green cut, so I feel good about that. Statue still here is interesting. I mean, we can take a Dawnheart Disciple, but I think it's kind of interesting. Like, this is certainly playable. It's really rough to play this out on 3 and have it get picked off with like a 1-mana removal spell. But if it sticks around, this is real. I'm surprised it's still here. We're going to take it. Here's a Flame Breather we could take. Heirloom if we want to add to our ramp and just try and get to some top end. Dig Up. Yeah, it is totally fine, isn't it? I mean, even if we don't do the black part, it's rare, but what, like I said, this is Phantom anyway. This is Fixing, Survey. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. Did I pass something good? Assistant? I don't know. Hunter still being here is nice. Final green. Yeah, Wizard is interesting too. I don't really want to be blue-green though, and we're pretty solidly green now. And I'm pretty happy to see that they're 8th. As Math says, it's an excellent green card. Here's the heavy green pack that we took our opening Dormant Grove out of. Still has green cards. A lot of them are gone though. Web is playable. Evolving Wilds, fine. With the Weaver and the Statue, we are on, and Dig Up, we are on quite the base green anything start. And Ridgewolf is also good point that Ridgewolf, as we recall, was the only red card. Interesting. So it is kind of turning into mono green 5C, but I think we should note the openness of red. We'll take Web here and really solidify our green, but I'm keeping an eye on red now. Yeah, we do need sideboard cards, or I mean, certainly need sideboard. Well, it's best of 3 is the true thing to say. Socialite still being here is a little of a surprise. It's not great in green black, I suppose, but we're still going to take it over all this stuff. I mean, this and the festivities I got to come up on if I'm going to be green, but this is we know we're going to be red. But we don't know we're red yet, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Bloody Betrayal. Yeah, all this is whatever. I'll cut the green. Gift is a little bit of a gift at 13 with a Socialite, so maybe green black. Oh, Disciple is what I passed to take the Statue. So nobody seems to be in black and nobody seems to be in green, but then now we've opened a green. Well, we're not necessarily Gruul gang. We have Evolving Wilds, we have Foreboding Statue, we have Weaver of Blossoms, we have Dig Up, and we may be green stuff, but we're certainly going to take this. With the way it's rolling, Pack's going to come back to us. Another Weaver is in here, but there's a Taxidermist that's even better. Just going to do that. Taxidermist on 2 into Halana on 3. Sounds all right. Maybe we need to, at this point, even just take like a Grisly Ritual. I mean, I want some interaction. I mean, yeah, we can take an Outlaw. The Outcast is interesting. How are we doing on wolves and werewolves? 1 wolf, 2 werewolves. We're not heavy on that yet, but I think we can take it and try and get there. Let's take this and see if we can get there on wolves. Now, another pack for our blue-green sealed. Like, give us that pack 1, pick 1, and whatever this pack was, and we'd be a blue-green sealed deck. Wow. 2-drop wolf is a fair call. Looking at our curve, I agree. Nah, I mean, I think maybe we're like... Skulker, I wouldn't want to splash, so I'm not going to take it here. Evolving Wild's interesting, but Spore Crawler, just fine. We're going to take the Crawler. Be pretty happy with that. There's another gift if we want to bank black. Ridge Wolf to embrace the Gruul. Lantern called for. It's true. I mean, we're so only green. We could absolutely take Lantern and still be in green blue. But I think it is a late Lantern bearer. But given the Helana, I'm going to take the red 2. You like the gift as sideboard? Yeah, this is now getting interesting. We're so flexible. It's getting very interesting. Spawn over mulch or combatants, or are we hedging blue still? You can just take a wash away. Scob, yeah, Scob solid. All right, we'll take a Scob out of a lack of... that 6-drop in red is not a priority when we've got Hunter, and so... Another Disciple here, although Crushing Canopy doesn't suck for the board. But we gotta take Disciple. 2s are what we are wanting. Not the best 2 unless you're doing the human thing, but you just naturally end up... The werewolves are humans on their front side. And we'll take a Snarling, but I'm going to put it here out of principle. I know that this could be the deck for it, but if we can avoid it, I'd still like to. Another Ridge Wolf here is fine. You think it's amazing? I don't know about amazing. What do you like here? Probably more wolving, right? Oh, did I... Yeah, Lacerate, I kind of just glossed over. If there was... I didn't even see it, so whether it was the pick or not, certainly I need to keep my eyes open a little better. Nice canopy for the board, 13th. Tron wants more interaction. Well, could take a Bleed Dry on that tack. Although we are more and more looking like we're Gruul splashing black than green-black splashing red. You want to give up all these Ridge Wolves? Because that's what we're doing if we take Bleed Dry. We're saying we're going to bag on these and go Bleed Dry. I don't think... Well, but they self-support, so it feels like less of a trap. It feels like they're a bunch of 3/2 tramplers for 2. Yeah, I'm going to go Weaver. But I'm going to I hear you on the wanting some interaction, and I'm going to try to prioritize that within the green-red scope. Yeah, Visionary is a human for our disciples and does some good stuff. But we are pack 3 here looking for some interaction to get us 5 wins. That's not interaction, but we're not... Oh! Do we just take this with 2 Weavers and all this splash ability? I think we got to take this. We are this is our reward for the way we drafted the fixing. Lumber not. Child might even wheel. Runebound comes in and starts making a case for the wolf action here, and our outcast is getting better and better. Lacerate flesh, though. I'm gonna take lacerate and try to wheel the runebound. I mean, I'm just trying to live what I'm saying, gang. We don't have much interaction. Let's take something clunky, but serviceable. Now I kind of do like Hero's Downfall as well. We're already gonna make this Purveyor happen. I think we might be able to wheel a Weaver at this point. Maybe. That might be asking a lot, but we passed one early. So we'll just kind of jund them out. Yeah, I get you. I could take Crawler and be safe, but this is what the deck needs. Another Outcast, maybe not what it needs. I can take another Ridgewolf, and then maybe we feel less trappy about that. I've taken a Lacerate, so I can pass on this one. I think we want a Ridgewolf over an Outcast at this point. Chat seems to want the Outcast, but I kind of like the one we have. Hammer says by a lot. All right, I'll try double Outcast. Maybe we might even wheel that other one, but I do want more wolves here if we can get them. Deck is kind of coming together here. I think we want a Mariner over a Crawler. All these Harvesters going by are kind of sad. Yeah, you can take another Lacerate if you really want, but I think, yeah, I'm on the ongoing wolf werewolf plan. Hey, another hunter even if we want here. Aim for the head is a reasonable call. Like, if we're not going to play a third hunter, we can take aim for the head or fearful villager. Yeah, fearful villager might be even better. Yeah, we'll take villager. I think Alexis and Math are on point there, and this is a bit of a gift given the splashing we're trying to do here. Love it. Thank you, Phantom, right? It's only here because of Phantomness. Here's a wolf we're not going to play alongside a rare we don't want and a retrieve we don't need. Are we ever? Why? I guess it destroys the planeswalker. Sure. Sure, we'll call that. Hey, look, it did wheel. That's great. That's great. We can get the lumber knot if we want. Are we knotting? Does that help us? Are we high toughness? Not really. 2-drop. I don't think either of those matter, honestly. Maybe I should have taken lumber knot. But I think our deck is going to be pretty full with its baseline plan here. We could enable lumber knot, but I'm not sure how much we get out of it. I mean, these become a little bigger. Like, there's just not much getting a ton out of a lumber knot in this deck, I don't think. Yeah, lumber knot's just filler creatures. Like, it's another hook hand. It's like it feels worse than a hook hand Mariner to me. So, interesting draft for sure. Probably gift starts in the board till we know it's useful. Dig Up is effectively a land slot card. Excuse me. Yeah, Saw can go to the board. I think that's fair. Rob, what's your point? Like, what does enabling lumber knot to you mean? I don't even know what you mean by that, Rob. Enabled by? A bunch of things that get 1 extra power? That's not very good. If I play this 4/4 for 4 and it goes to knight, I get 2 extra power. Yeah, I think I don't know, Rob. I can't tell. I think I don't know, Rob. If you're worried about that lumber knot, how about not? I think we can cut the socialite. It's fine, but we're not like producing a ton of blood here. We are 22-5. Got to make some cuts. You like cutting the villager. It is a werewolf for the double outcast, though. Maybe we cut disciples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 twos. That's pretty good. But I think we can put disciples on the block. Villager can go on the block. Our human count is pretty solid because of the werewolf. So actually, maybe these aren't really on the block. We just like our twos. You like cutting these disciples? I mean, if you like, I guess it goes knight. They're not really triggering, but we have 13 humans. That's quite a bit. Something got to give, though. We could let the spore crawler go. I mean, it's obviously fine, but we have both human synergies and wolf synergies we're trying to leverage. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think we can let that go. And I think I kind of like a villager on 3. That's true. I mean, if it's night, I think we're not going to be too sad about Dawnheart getting triggered less often. Tron and Pablo, you're still on cut both disciples despite seeing that number. You don't think the 13 is worthy? Maybe I'll meet you in the middle and cut 1. Something's got to give. We did say that, again, this is effectively an extra land, so we can cut a land here and still be at effective 17, and we could even cut we could conceivably cut 2 given the 4 rampers at 3, but we really want to ramp to stuff, so you really think the Ridge Wolves are a trap, huh? I don't know how you think that. Like, why do you want to be cutting our 2s anyway? But I think they get better in multiples. Like, I would cut disciple number 2 before Ridge Wolf number 1. So maybe I'm getting closer to this choice, but at that point, yeah, maybe we got. I mean, this ostensibly, this is supposed to be 4s, right? I mean, this is effectively 4 drops for us. We really only have the 6s. So yeah, I could get behind cutting a hook hand here as one of, if we consider these 4s. Lowers our human count by 1. Which 2 now, because we made 2. We cut 1 of the disciples and 1 of the others. All right, well, I'll cut the other disciple. We'll do it this way. We'll do an add. Yeah, how many swamps is correct? I guess with Death Cap Glade, we can go to 2. I'm worried. I don't want to be in a spot where if we get a swamp milled, we can't really do it. We can't search up what we need. But Weaver, I mean, we get, yeah, I think 2 is enough. I think 2 is enough. Because even if we do lose 1 to mill, we're likely to get a second black out of one of these other sources. I don't love counting on killable mana sources, but yeah, we do have enough to support. Yeah, maybe this also isn't a format that mills too much. Do we have any self-mill? That's something that happens a lot. But okay, so now we're at, this is 16 lands plus the land finder, so we're effectively at 17. I hear you. That's fair. Like, if we miss this Ridgewolf on curve, that could be rough. But we have 5, 6, 7. We do have 7 sources. We could even maybe after all that, maybe it's even like this. if you're right that we don't really have to fear self mill, or we don't have any self mill, and we don't really need to fear oppo mill. This might be okay. Well, yeah, weavers can tap for them alone, but even let's say it's daytime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sources of black is quite a lot. Oh, and taxidermist 9. Yeah, I think we can do that. I went from not being sure I wanted to be at 2 to hearing what Alexis is saying about the Ridgewolves and really wanting to up my mountain count, but not being willing to give up the forest and the blossom and the taxidermist and the dig up to do it. So I'm thinking this is the play. And now, well, you're going to get to vote on exactly that. So let's take a look at what our options are in Jund and colorless. No colorless stuff. Let's see. Likely candidates include a Disciple, which I like over a Snarling Wolf, a Spore Crawler, or a Hookhand. What other... We bring in a Saw just to have some other non-creatures. I'll put Saw at least on the voting. Yeah, Ripsaw seems like it could do some finishing, but I think we finish naturally. Like, Ripsaw effectively is win more for our deck. I like it a little bit more when you've got smaller creatures that you need to make big to get there. And we've got enough big creatures that I'm not sure we need to throw a Ripsaw on them. But let's see what the gang thinks here. I'll give you 30 seconds to tell me if we're adding Mariner, Spore, Saw, or Dawn for Dawnheart Disciple. Spore loser or Spore winner? Spore winner. Nice try, Alexis. Instead, I'm just going to start playing. 6 mountains, 7 forests, and a swamp. Well, I'm going to keep a close eye on whether or not I'm shooting myself in the foot with only 1 swamp. I could see myself naturally having a swamp and then finding an Evolving Wilds and being like, this is where I'm supposed to get my second, you know. So we'll see. I think we're good. I like my logic, but I am keeping an eye on it. That was 6 of those, right? And then 7 of these. That looks right. All right, let's get some. I need tokens. Love it. Oppo spending turn 2 on Ridgewolf Pump is not bad for us. Us not finding land number 3 yet, not great for us. Just need a third land here, please. I hear you, Pablo. I'm trying to... it's possible I don't finish this. I should warn YouTube and chat friends. If we make a deep, long run, I may... finish the rest tomorrow. All right, cool. We found our 4th land, and we're gonna ask him a question. This could be pump or combo. Like, green and red have a tough time with 6 toughness unless you do things like block 3 power. So we're not blocking. We have a downfall available, and we're going to send that in. We didn't get time to... We didn't get land. You like Grove here, Prof? I'm worried about our life total and thinking that we might need to... Although we can't 2-spell, huh? Oh, yeah, I should read Grove, right? Good point. Although it does mean we have to start blocking. And then, but it flips, right? So then this becomes a... okay, yeah. Good point. All right, this is fine. Purveyor gets Vigilance, but I continue to not want to block with it, but absolutely we can put Grove Strider in front of something. I got there. And maybe we put Purveyor even at this point, but it's... really, I just want to throw the Grove Strider in front of... I mean, if they attack with just the Mariner, that's interesting. So, does sure feel like Sure Strike, in which case I like just blocking the Crawler, letting them spend some of their turn on this combat. And let's see, if we find a land, we can go Ridgewolf, Hold Up, Downfall. That's a really good... Well, I guess it needs to be a specific land to do Ridgewolf, Hold Up, Downfall. But definitely this block and not this one. And expect the... Yeah, I don't know what it is, though, and I feel like I'm not going to risk the Purveyor. To me, Purveyor says can't block. Okay, got lucky, found the right land, so we can do what I said, and we can even go Spore Crawler Wolf, but really I like the security of having a downfall ready, and a Ridge Wolf can threaten to get in front of a Crawler. And then... two-turn clock in the air is still there. Seventh Mountain. I'm thinking about that suggestion for the final ad. Go 17 land with the mana finder. Maybe. just feels like this deck doesn't have a lot of card draw, which I think is why people wanted the Spore Crawler in as last card. I'm going to go ahead and Taxidermist on the Wolf. And Ridged Wolf on Crawler. And then be ready to blast the Mariner if they do anything too frisky. I'm going to need to blast the Mariner, I guess, no matter what, because I'm going to lose the Taxidermist here. But that's in plan. I'm just kind of all in on the Purveyor now. Yeah, I want to use the Downfall before I lose the Taxidermist, so then the just question is what? I guess you like blasting the Wolf? I mean, it does save the Taxidermist. We take 4? Rob says, gotta do Mariner. Alexis says, no, you can actually take out the Wolf and save your Taxidermist. Prof says, doesn't matter. I'm going to go for the more obvious play, Alexis, but I get you. Right, but things like making whatever a decent draw. This is where I was just calling out that I'm all in on Purveyor. If they find a way to kill the Purveyor, we lose the game. I'm just kind of counting on them in red-green just not being able to do that. Alexis with her argument, therefore, if your plan A is Purveyor, you should at least say, then what is the plan if plan A fails, and what's the better backup? That's fair. Yeah, let's see. It could be a web, but let's doesn't change. Don't need to play anything pre here. Yeah, Crushing Canopy could be something we might expect out of the board, given that. It's funny, though, it's like our only flyer. So if they do that, they're bringing in something for 1 card. Although, do we have auras? Do we have enchantments? Not really. So, yeah, I don't know. If they want to bring in a... Oh, does this get artifacts? We do have a statue. No, it doesn't get artifacts. So, yeah. Oh, it does get the Grove. Yeah. Grove plus... Purveyor would be a reason to bring in Canopy if they've got it, for sure. But statue is not a thing. Well, not this rare bomb, right? So do we do anything? We have a Canopy of our own. I don't see bringing it in against this. Although they do have a Dormant Grove of their own, but I'm not bringing it in for 1. The land issue, are you just reminding me to consider it? Going to 7 here? I think I'm going to stick with it for a little bit as is. I mean, we do have really 6, 7, 8 sources of red. Gift. Fair. Gift. It's going to get some stuff. They got Rural Recruit. I don't know if it's going to be great. I felt like we were okay on the black. I'm going to stick with it. I'm running it back. All right, no 2 here, but a keep. Yeah, not great, but we're not throwing it back. Here we go. Clean living, so on, so forth. Tron on 3 plus statue. Also give you the memeage, sorry. Jund them out, right? That's the plan. Well, we could offer Crawl Ridgewolf. If we attack, I bet they just block. I'd rather... I bet they just take, and then this isn't a good blocker. So I'm going to leave Ridgewolf back and trade for the Crawler, even though it gets him a card, and just hope that ramping up to our top end is going to bail us out of this. Could even just take it, I suppose. We're going to gain some life. I'm going to say no attacks, though, and have the option, although I should really decide, and really should have decided before I played the statue. But to be fair, I decided, and now I'm changing my mind, or potentially. If I'm not blocking with it, I should attack with it. So are we blocking with it? We have Lacerate Flesh next turn, which we probably play on whatever 4-drop they land after we pass. I am going to block. But yeah, less about whether 2 is greater than 5 and more about whether there could be reasons to not do that, like Flourishing Hunter having something to... Ooh, hey, look. Hey, look. It's our buddy. But look, as I said, probably our turn 5 is just picking off whatever they play on turn 4. And I'm just going to do that. I'm glad that wasn't 5 toughness, because I totally thought Lacerate was about to do 5. And then I'm like, oh good, it's 4. That would have been fun. I'm going to throw away this removal spell, because I'm a streamer. Yeah, 2 spell could flip it good. Double spell makes some sense. And then we get to still Hunter for... Yeah, let's just... Groven... You like Groven Wolf. That's an interesting angle. That's an interesting angle, yes. It's no discard from these colors, so I'm not afraid of that. That's an interesting interesting line. I usually just want to get out my best stuff faster. Yeah, I definitely like not Hunter. I just thought I was going to go Purveyor Wolf, and I'm surprised that we're thinking Grove Wolf. So that's all I'm thinking about. Yeah, it'll be a 3/3, I guess. Yeah, it's true. We can fish out a plummet. I like that. Okay, that. Given that we thought they might bring it in, I like that. Grove Wolf is weak to the red interaction stuff, Goose, but we're at 14. If they use a couple of their 4 cards to handle what's on board right now, this just follows and wrecks pretty darn good. Yeah, so it's exactly as you said, Goose. Like, what you said, it came true, but I think that's okay for us at our life total. That's a little rougher. But we can go... Hunter. Yeah, Hunter makes 7/7, and then it's just a 1-for-1. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, Alexis. Like, that's why I was reading it. Do we get to flip this? No. but I don't think we need to combat. Well, if we go to combat, we trigger this. So I want to make sure that we are doing what we want before combat. And I think I like Wolf and play the land. Wolf, you like play Purveyor. I'm going to do this. What I can do this, I mean, this doesn't matter, right? I'm just, I guess it's end step. Yeah, sure, like whatever. I guess I got to do it now. No attacks. They have an easy block with us tapped out. Yeah, the statue block is interesting. This deals 3 to any target, which is not enough to get anything. Yeah, that's the best block. We're going to do it. Although, it does mean we can't cast Purveyor. Yeah, sorry. Here we are with the, Never punished. All of you can chat it right now. Everybody. Not infrequently, just give me a never. Everybody give me a never. Just how we drew it up. Shut up. I think we want to put the counter on this, right? Oh, this doesn't put counters on anymore. Never mind. I don't know my own cards. I just try to win with them. So if we send a 7/7, they don't have pump. 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't even block it. We could send this, and they could double block and kill it. No, they can't block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't even. They can kill this at the cost of Spore and Wolf, and I think that's fine, especially since it's not putting counters on anything anymore. Tron likes just 7/7. I'm perfectly fine with them double blocking, aren't you? I think if they, or we even get, like, we get Wolf and we get the 2 wolves. That's true. I do lose the vigilance. Okay, that's fair. You convince me that's not worth it. It is valuable enough. And I didn't need to show him this, but as I don't know my own cards, I thought I was getting more counters. I guess that would make this super busted, huh? Well, screw up, lose my second source of black, find a second source of black, immediately cast both of my double black spells. Look. Look. Yeah, we're going to wait till transform it. I think they're going to, if they find land, they're going to transform, and if they don't, we're fine with that too. And if they go for some kind of crazy mega block here, we can trade it. They can't get the Blood Vial Purveyor, which is the main thing. Yeah, if they do this, so let's talk that through. They block here. We could Heroes Downfall this, but we really want to Heroes Downfall this. So are we ready to trade Hunter for the spawn? Because we do that, they block here, they're going to just kill the Hunter. And on this board, with the Heroes Downfall up for the Oddity, that may be just fine. And we do have the Vigilance, so I'm going to do it. Not going to Heroes Downfall. We're going to. Oh, and they're even giving us 2. They're making sure. And we could not give them the card, but I'm going to go ahead and give them the card as well, because they're just trying to be safe anyway. Could even not let the spawn die, but yeah, it's not worth it. This is fine. This is fine. In fact, they don't like this. by adding the Spore, they even take away another layer of the value of the spawn anyway. Now, if it's not a land, they probably... I don't know if they even have time to flip this. They're probably going to be looking for something else rather than flipping oddities. This isn't treasure, though, right? It's If they send oddity, we have an easy block with the hero's downfall. And even an easy block here. So we're just going to do this, this, and... I say easy. I don't think we can get too punished here. Because they got to do that, right? Yeah, I guess we could eat wolf. They were going to do it either way. But this is fine, too. Eat wolf would be a little better, though. I agree. Yeah, I was a little surprised, Alexis, given your hiatus from recent Limited. I was surprised that you had treasure on the brain anyway, you know?
Thank you. We got one!
The champ is here!
Did you get a token out of it? Feels like it's hard road to get a token in that event for gameplay that I'm not super interested in. Oh, really? If it's just Demir 7, like Demir 7-0? Okay, well, if you think it's that, like, oh yeah. Maybe we'll give it a try. Well, now you got my curiosity tickled. Missing early action again, but we're not passing this up again. If nothing else, we have Evolving Wilds Deathcap Glade to run out on 1-2. And what do we want to start with? Let's go Wilds, because if we just get a long string of lands, maybe we wait and play the Glade untapped on... or we don't even need a string. I mean, we just wait and play the Glade untapped. But if we don't have anything to do on 2, we'll probably throw it out there. But certainly, like, at this point, especially with Weaver and 4 lands, thinning the deck of lands doesn't suck either. And yeah, I guess we are on just get swamp, which is kind of funny. Do we have let me make sure, oops, I want to see about our deck for double green, double red. Got the Flourishing Hunter, but that's way down the road. So yeah, even though it's our quote splash, it's correct to go get the swamp. And yeah, with this another land draw, we don't need to run this out now and show them even. We can just... I'll do a mountain, and then we'll have all of our colors on 3. Yeah, that's true. We're also already on double green with the Glade and the Forest. Now we're on plenty green. Yeah, nice of Oppo not to do anything on 2 for us. Much appreciated. And now this I can play now, right? 2 or more. I got 2 or more, so I can do this for max flexibility. Not going to downfall that, so we're going to blossom it up. The hook brings you back. Well, we could lacerate it. We could just play our own outcast, and trading it would be us drawing a card and them not. But ours is a better card. Kind of just like lacerate flesh, and then we'll have Hunter next turn. I'm gonna do that. Is that fair? You do that? Uses all our mana. This thing's annoying. Yeah, get Grove going is the other thing. We could Grove it up, and then this could be a 3/4. Still take some damage here. Maybe I'm not using my life total enough here and just not worrying about the Mariner early. But yeah, lacerate while tapped out is also fair. My gut says with the life gain behind, just go ahead and kill this thing. We take 3 here. Rob likes just pass. What are we doing with our mana in that case? Holding up Downfall? Like, if I just pass, then I'm saying we just kind of must play Downfall before we untap. I don't love that. Yeah, then we're using Downfall, I guess, on that, which is fine. I guess you're saying just use Downfall on that and get it to nighttime. I don't know. We're up against a deck that also likes nighttime too, so there's that. Hunter gaining 3 is fine. Yeah, Syncopate's possible, but are we really playing around that? We could with the Outcast. It's not the worst. Then if stuff dies, we draw anyway. I can see doing that. Also, this gains us more life. Sure, we'll play around it. Syncopate. I kind of like that now that if any of our creatures die to removal, I mean, not blue removal, but if they die to fight or that kind of thing. All right, there's a Downfall target. And there's our bombers, and we can do both. Can we? Ooh, we can't unless we can't, because it needs actually 4 black mana, which is a little too much for us right now. Oh yeah, I don't draw a card during a day. Never mind. Thanks for the reminder. Magic's hard. So yeah, I like Grove. Or can we get it all? 1, 2, 3. No, we can't do 8. You like flip Grove, but we're not going to, right? Because toughness 6 or greater, we're not going to do that. But Grove hold up Downfall seems very reasonable here. And yeah, that's okay, Auto Tapper. We can do it like that. Yeah, I think 3/4 is correct, Tron. Let's keep it spread around. Because we're going to Downfall that thing anyway. And Downfall now and swing is fair also. I just have to... I can full control. I like that. I like downfalling while shields are down anyway. For sure. That's some stuff. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't really 2-spell again. We can Hunter it up, and if we want to flip this, we can. It may be vanilla, Alexis, but it's pretty important on the board. Obviously, so is this, but, you know. Where are we on? Yeah, we gotta take to the skies is fine. Then we can gain a lot more life with this anyway. So Purveyor, and then where do we want our counter? Because we can put it on the Purveyor, and then we get the Grove on the ground. That seems good. You say don't flip Grove. I kind of like the Grove on defense. But you don't like that, huh? What do you think, gang? Flip Grove. All right, well, we can spread it around more. There, I spread it around. I had to decide. We're at 0 hourglasses, so I'd much rather put the counter in the wrong place than miss my window completely. And I'm going to stay back with the Outcast threatening their Outcast, I think. That's where I'm at, but I'm not sure about it. I'm going to play my land, too. Hammer says offer. I don't know. I got conservative in my dwindling think time. We can still flip. We can flip next turn. There's yeah, we could have offered the Weaver. That's a great point. We can also offer the Weaver on blocks if they come in with it. But they didn't anyway. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close, but not quite to 9. And so in that case, well, we're going to get 6 no matter what. So I'm going to do this before. Well, they got no cards, so there's no risk there. They don't have any reach. Let's go ahead and send the Purveyor first here, and I'm going to put another counter. You're going to flip Grove this turn? Well, I guess we kind of don't have a choice unless we do this. That's true. So do we leave the Purveyor back? Well, the only place we can put a counter and not flip is the Outcast. I'm going to do this. And then 7 toughness. If they Geralt for a 4/4, and we trade the Purveyor for right? They will Geralt the unblockable aura and flip. Yeah. But we're going to gain some life, right? Interesting. All but the 3/6. I'm going to trust Hammer because I'm out of time. This is Hammer's play. Blame it on him. Sorry, blame it on them. I'm pretty good, but I still slip. 50 years of cultural inundation is tough to reprogram, but I try. I think when you consider that we're at a virtual 21 here, or a virtual 20, I'm not too... I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know. Interesting here, because with this block, we only get one of these anyway, so I'm going to leave the Gutter Skulker alive. They've passed on the chance to do any double blocking with Geralt. Yeah. Scattered Thought's interesting because it gives them some ammo, but at a time where maybe we can get him dead before the ammo matters. Yeah, it was... Maybe they didn't see it, but I'm surprised they didn't do whatever they could to get rid of the purveyor. I figured our big pawn, you know, queen sacrifice there was letting the purveyor go. And now they've tapped their blue, so they don't have Geralf activation now. Look at that. Yay! Yeah, that's a powerful looking deck there. Maybe we need to try and get more aggro in our follow-up build. Definitely attacking Purveyor. And yeah, discard is not a bad idea. Although, did we end up with one? I can't remember if we have an aim. I thought we took something else. Maybe we got one anyway. Yeah. I'm with Aurora. I'm not sure we have this one yet. I think we gotta send in... I think we just send in everything. No, this is match 2. I'm gonna swing away here. I guess we gotta overwhelm them with our life total. They're gonna win a long game here if we don't get them dead, I think. Yeah, not Grove. Although, the thing is, if they block with enough to kill Grove, everything else gets through. Yeah, I'm going to keep it up. I think you even give up the... if they pile on to get rid of our 3/6, I think that's good for us. Because we get the Vigilance this turn no matter what. And then if we don't have it next turn, that's just... It's not the worst. There we go. So this seems great, right? They get to... oh, and they don't even get the... it's daytime, so they don't get the draw. And then here, we got to figure out what we want dead, and we want the flyer. Well, it's not going to be a flyer anymore, but we still want the... We leave the Skulker alive. Maybe this gives them a draw. I don't know. There's some different potential arguments for that one, but I think this is good regardless. But it's not a flyer one. Oh, yeah, Geralf lives. Sorry, I was thinking Geralf was going to die, but never mind. I maybe didn't make that choice, right? Sorry. Was there a way? Ah. Now I'm not sure I blocked right there. I thought somehow we were killing the Stitcher and didn't think much more about it, but I was very much mistaken. So, okay, I'm glad I did it right, because my head was not on right. Never tell me the time. So... Averbrook, you beat that by them not drawing it. We don't have an aim to the head. Maybe we bring in the Disciples and we just try to get a little more aggro with this. You know what I mean? Cut a Hunter even. Yeah, you go like cut a Hunter, add a Disciple. Canopy, what does that do for us? The reason things were flying is because of Geralf, and Canopy doesn't kill Geralf, and I'm not super interested in picking off... I mean, I guess picking off creatures that are flying, that happen to be zombies that are flying, could be fine, but I want something more. I don't see any enchantments to get or anything. And I don't see any other inherent flyers, right? Yeah. Let's pause on that one, but I do want to be more aggro here. So maybe like even could even cut both hunters, add a mariner and the ripsaw for yeah, we take out the grove. It's kind of aggro, but not necessarily the way we want. Whereas the ripsaw is a little bit more directly aggro. Hodge is saying, nah, but that is an interesting question. Do you agree with Hodge? We just want to keep the grove over the ripsaw? All right, let's do that. Okay, I like this then. It's we've adjusted downward. We don't have that sweet hunter life gain, but we've seen our opponent with a bomb that we cannot beat if they land it. We just can't. So we're going to try to get him dead before they do that. This is a hand that can do it. We're going to start on Taxidermist, go into the Mariner, and then if we find a 5th land, we can even double spell on 4. Yes, Rob, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm just going to Glade tapped here. Yeah, I cut both hunters. Taxi? Still running Lacerate, yes. Statue? I'm still on hook hand here and potential 2-spell. We can go wolf statue next turn. But I want to go hook hand here. Make them show me their attack into the 4/4. But if they do attack, we got to decide whether we want to trade for a trick. There, I got 3 cards left. Might be worth it. Never mind. We do Sporeback, Hold Up, Downfall. I don't hate that. Definitely Sporeback, do something with 3 mana, right? So I'm gonna go Sporeback. Now I should think about your turn, Ryan. Yeah, we could send the 4/4. Do we want to just go ahead and offer that trade? I don't know if we want that trade. I like hook hand threatening these because they didn't attack with them. So I'm going to go wolf and statue. Spore Crawler dying here. Nice. Bottom. Well, means they didn't see Averbrook on top. Maybe it's because they already had it. All right, now we've got the hero's downfall, but I think we're just Villager Pass. Why do we want to send 4/4 now? Because they might double block? Yeah, maybe they do. I don't need to do this turn. If this were flipping, I would. But we can tap this at the end of their turn. Well, I think that's their point, Alexis, that it's terrible because we get to Hero's Downfall, their double block, but I'm kind of with Alexis that are you sure we want to use the downfall on that? That's the question to ask, and I am not sure that I want to make that offer. Like, there's just... Hero's Downfall is so important for other stuff, but so is getting them dead before that other stuff shows up, right? It's a tough call. But I kind of like waiting. Maybe if they don't do anything, the villager flips. Yeah, it would be just the 4/4. Alright, fine. I mean, we're just gonna... We can't sit around waiting to lose to the mayor... Not the mayor, to the... What is it? The... Caretaker? Yeah. It was something of Averbrook. Yeah, we just gotta let this trade happen then. So yeah, we're in we're kind of racing our situation here. Racing the inevitability that Oppo showed us in game 1. We got away with it, but nobody really loved our future chances after seeing what Oppo put in their graveyard. Yeah, I think I've got that on lock. It's certainly within my range to forget, but right now it's very much in my head. And there we go. We saved Hero's Downfall, and look, a much better target. We can't flip... yes, we're trying to flip statue, but we don't need to do that on our turn, except unless we're flipping it. Pretty good. Now, do we want to trade for that? Probably for the wolf, that's fine. Sure. Menace. Not enough here. We're going to pass. Although I didn't need to do that again because it's not flipping this turn. But I wasn't blocking with it, so it doesn't super matter. Sometimes your mistakes don't cost you, but don't try to pretend they weren't mistakes. Caretaker is kind of GG, almost. Like, I beat it once. I was wide enough, and by the time they resolved it, I was able to attack next turn for the win. But it's kind of like a one-turn window to get by it. Like, can you get them dead now? No? All right, sorry. Okay, Dormant Grove. Starting to grow the villager. And us now flipping the statue. I'm just bracing for it. 4 turns after it came down. Well done, Timber. That's a story, I bet. Two to the taxidermist. Black mana you want? Sure. Yeah, it confuses me that they made Caretaker without Ward after all the big talk. All the big talk about how Ward is the solution. Here, let's hexproof this beast. All right, so let's think about winning this here game. Grove flipping gives the vigilance, right? Do we want that sooner? Yeah, probably not. Probably just I'm going to keep loading the villager. For now, for one more. I like making team big, but again, we're in this spot where I'm kind of going long against a card I can't go long against. It's fair. I mean, they can do it, but it's just, to me, true. That's exactly where you want Ward. It's exactly where you want Ward, and they didn't use it there. That's what blows me away. Make it Ward 5. I don't care, but put Ward on it. I just don't understand the philosophy. I understand that sentence. I don't understand how they're applying the logic. Yeah, a huge ward number actually has some cachet to it as well. Hey, I was like wondering why you were all saying nice. Like, what happened? Oh, that happened. Cool, 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 cool. Now we still got to win the game, though. That makes it easier, but... Let's Visionary. Yeah, do that. I can do this. I should do it while I got the spare mana. And now... where are we putting this here counter? We can go Caretaker, Berserker. Go Taxi, yeah. Menace Vigilance is pretty appealing. Math wants the X5s. Whoa, better get my spare mouse ready. I think it's just my computer, though, is having trouble today. All right. Go with that plan. Except I'm really nervous about this now. Let me just get a battery over. Hold on. My mouse is being really weird and it scares me. Wanting to have some standby available in case. Yeah, but I just put a fresh battery in, so I don't think it's that. But anyway, now help me out. I'm gonna send this in. I'm sorry, I'm now losing my mind here. We got to win this game. Sorry. Yeah, maybe 5-5 should have gone, but I just had to act. All right, we'll take that. It's gonna flip, but I think we want that. Are we okay with flipping here to add to the board? I think so. But again, I gotta play, or I'm gonna not have time to win game 3 if we get there. But I'm gonna, hold on. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is... That hunter is annoying. Now what do we do? No attacks. This mouse is so slow I can't handle it. At least I have a fallback plan, though. Well, I looked away for a second and another bomb shows up. What does this even do? I think I better move on. I got low clock, low chances. Better try to win game 3. Too bad, though. We got rid of that caretaker and found another bomb instead. We're on the play this time, though. Oh, they cracked the spider. Sorry. Makes sense. I'm thinking now we even bring in the disciple. Yeah, we can even do snarling wolf. We can get really low down here. Do you want to cut downfall and purveyor and try to just go aggro 2-color? Lacerate is kind of clunky, but you think we play it? And the festivities? It's an answer to that, but it's like, do we want to bring an answer to that, or we just try to beat that before it beats us? And what are we bringing in Canopy for? The lantern? And the auras. I guess they have skulkers for auras too. We could bring in that. Ripsaw too clunky. We decided to keep Grove over Ripsaw. I don't think... be nice if this pair showed up. We cut a Weaver in this case. That we're not really doing huge ramp. And it's not as great as an attacker as some of our other stuff. Trying to be aggro here. That's true. That makes me want to cut, like, just do it like this then. I know we want, I'm out of time, so I'm just going to go with this. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that we could have done there, but we didn't have time, or I ran out of it. Here we go. Okay. Probably going Disciple into Disciple, but we could make an argument for Wolves if we get more action to turn them on. But I think 3/3s seem just fine over a 3/2 trample. Yeah, Outcast on 4 is tempting. But in that case, we're still playing a 2/2. We can do that next turn if we think that's the play. We get to decide. Ideal draw is our... Yeah, Villager would be sweet. Let's top the Villager. I like that hat. Or a Weaver, like Weaver does it too. We got a lot of 3s that might do the trick here for both triggering the Disciple and cheapening the Outcast. What is this doing in our deck? Clearly we can't cast it. My goodness. Well, now I do like... Although, if we drop a Disciple, we get to attack this turn. If we drop a Wolf, we don't get to... So we're giving up 3 points now to get an Outcast on board faster. Yeah, I guess we can offer the trade. Let's start there if we're going to do the Wolf no matter what. We had to pass a pup. That was unfortunate. I don't care if they... we're going to telegraph that they have blocks, but we're happy with either of them, any of their blocking. So, and they're stuck on 2. Let's try and just punish that. If they stay stuck on 2 and can't play anything next turn, then we get the flip, which is going to be way better for us right now than it is for them. They found their 3rd land. Probably going to stay daytime, but let's see if this is too late for them. Yeah, we get to 2 spell. We don't get to cast our Downfall anytime soon, but 2 spelling. I guess we don't need a Ridge Wolf until after combat. We're going to start with the human. And that gives attacks to everything. Come on, Exploding Planeswalker. One time. Dodge the Caretaker. Not their own. Come on, double black land. No human. What do we got here? Darn it. If we attack in, they get... Eat, go to 2. But that is a terrible draw for sure. Any human, any werewolf, and we just win the game on the spot. But now we got to do this. Our black splash, quote splash, punishing us a little bit finally. Our mana is great. We're just not seeing it this game. Oppo 2 spelling here seems like it could really stabilize them against a lot of our draws. How about incoming Weaver? How about one of those? I put the third Weaver back in. No, not there, Weaver. All right, 3 blocks, 5 attacks. Still can't get it done. This is getting less and less likely, because now what's coming up is they Hunter gain 5-6 life, and then we unreal unluck here. Unfortunately, I'm now feeling like this one is actually slipping away from us. Yeah, but they got Weaver and 5 lands, so even if they miss a land drop, if they've got their, if they've got the Hunter or the Caretaker, we're doomed. Although, if they have to tap the Weaver and they play just the Caretaker, we might be able to attack through that, as Goose observes. Tough game. Six attackers, 4 blockers. We still can't quite get 6 power through. We keep having turns where we could get them to 1, but that is not 0. Still, build up tramplers or build up more 3 powers. Yeah, we could send Spore even. I don't. I'm gonna do that. Because then we can put another one there, right? And it kind of gives us the effect of a human. This game. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this game. I mean, we've gotten very, very lucky today too. So a little bit of unluck here as we try to close this out is just magic being magic. Here it comes, though. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. 7 life. That's why they didn't play it now, because they're going to play it after combat and get 7. I knew it! Ah! You know what I was doing. Well, that's kind of it. We kind of lost. Damn it. Frustrating game to lose. But let's not assume I've lost. Let's see. I got to keep spreading it around. 6 3 powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty salty right now. I'm trying to embrace the variance of it all, but that we could not close this out despite having about 1 million outs is a little frustrating. Little frustrating. And maybe I'm frustrated and missing outs, but I just don't see it. That pump of 7 life just puts everything out of range. Well, Oppo, very nice deck, well drafted, but you did get quite lucky there that we couldn't close that out on you. And well played on the being stuck on land, though. You toughed it out and have taken over. Magic. God damn it! I'm tilted. Fully tilted. At not getting one of our 1 million outs to close this one. I mean, you can take it off in mode only if you want. We're just dead. We're just waiting to die now. Maybe take it off in mode only and somebody can tell me how to not die. That's what makes it so frustrating, though, Aurora. We're supposed to lose this match most of the time, but we actually had, quote, had it. You know, we, quote, had it until we didn't. Didn't even lose to the caretaker, too, by the way. We were afraid of it, but it has so far never shown up. We're losing to a Lantern's Lift. I liked what Circovitz had to say about blue-green, though. It's stinky, but it means it's always open. So if you know exactly what you're doing and focus on the creature side, you can get there. And Oppo, although, come on, stinky, but caretaker done hurt. All right. Rough. Just brutal. You know it too, Sage. You know we had top to bottom outs. Top to bottom outs, and couldn't find any. They were all off sleeping. Yeah, I'm with you, Pablo. I think it was a real mistake of Wizards to make this 5 wins. I don't even want to get there. Like, I practically want to lose the second round and just be done with this event. But maybe that's my tilt talking. Sorry, this is way out of date. We're 1-1. I've unfortunately, Prof, never been on that side of it. I've only ever been on the side where Oppo has it and I don't. Sucks to be me. We'll keep this. We need another land, but then it looks pretty good. Got a wolf on 2 even without, but really get the statue and wall Weaver going is the priority. All right, got lucky on the land. Yeah, I like the Weaver plan here. We just faced nothing but mirrors? What did we face in the first round? I just feel like we've been facing... the same deck. But that first match is... might as well have been last year now. This is our deck! Alright, I suppose I should read my rare. First strike, reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control where X is this creature's power and it gains haste. Alright. Wolf? And is it just one? Embrace. Speed bumped. Kind of like send... Well, if we send Weaver and Wolf, and they block the Wolf, we don't get to web to have Weaver mana again. But I doubt they block the Wolf. If they do... Yeah, I could just get the Menace down. I'm trying to figure out getting the statue down and getting an attack in. I guess I can get the attack. I can just not attack with the Weaver if I didn't want to be... I know, that's what I'm trying to play that game. But if they don't block the Weaver, I don't want to use the web on it. But let's... and it just smells so fishy. I'm going to do this. And if they want to just trade web for Spore back, I'll do that. And if not, we'll just statue and have the web ready. Yeah, but then I get +2 points, and then I have, and then what am I doing after? I just don't like. I guess I just statue and don't have web, but I like this. This is fine. Now they might even attack in, and we can catch that at least. We can just go hunting. And we have cleave, but do we? Why do we need to cleave it? It's really just a. Yeah, just noting. Okay, yeah, let's hunt. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I misread the card. There was my insert reading meme here. I'm not going to run it, but I just misread the card. I've never played it before. Wow, double spawn is something. I think we just take, though, and we play another hunter. Although, now we risk the statue, if I attack here at any rate. Oops, I didn't actually mean to cast that. I was going to pull that back and look at the dig up again, but I guess that's what we did. So let's offer at least. They're going to get some value here. Interesting choice on that over the statue, but... that explains why. I'm like, I was surprised they didn't prioritize the statue, but we understand why now. And, well, this is a fair trade. They can't get the wolf at least. Well, now we just want to dig up, well, we can dig up a swamp and get both black, but we'll go Glade, Villager, Ridgewolf here. I think you're probably right, Alexis. We can find another black source and use this as a tutor. That's going to be more valuable than getting another land on this board. Is it a nice deck? Is 3 spawns a nice deck? I mean, this is main deck. I like it against us, but this actually feels bad to me. It's good against us, but I think bad against the field. But if you don't have anything else, it's certainly getting its action done now, huh? No attacks. I'm gonna play land. If we tutor, we might need to have all the land we can. Suddenly not our day. It started out okay, and it's all just gone to straight up hell. Yeah, we're gonna double it because what else are we doing? What do we want to double it? We got to double it with everything but the 4 toughness. All right, all right. It's not an instant, but we can go fetch bombs now. I don't know. Let's find. Purveyor seems pretty obvious, right? Here's our new plan, Oppo. Oppo's like, yeah, I got you covered. It's tough, but they're not adding counters anymore. So we can go Purveyor plus Visionary on one of the Grove Striders. And if they don't have removal, we start to look like we are closer to winning that race. I don't see how we take here and ultimately win the game. So maybe we walk this and maybe they have action or they find action. And I mean, we're not in a great spot. They got 2 cards plus 2 replacements. And we just hope they don't have it. I guess if I'm doing this, though, I should take out the bigger one, though, right? Why am I doing the small one? Because this is enough. Stop that, mouse. Jesus. I'm telling you. My other mouse is too slow of a setting right now. We can't even beat Sure Strike. I'm just going to do this. If they've got the combat trick, we're just not winning. That's okay. Maybe they're finishing it off. What does this even do? I've never read this card before. Well, good news. The taxidermist is plenty supported to be big. Can we... Yeah, I guess we got to do 2-turn clock and hope it's enough. Chump the Strider. That's all we got. Let's try. Oh yeah, it's not even a chump. It's but you know, get in the way of. Better than a chump, but pretty irrelevant. It might as well be a chump. Either this Purveyor attacks for the win next turn, or we lose. So, Oppo rummaging is always good to see. That means they don't currently have a Purveyor answer and are seeking. Yeah, that's fair. We might actually want to chump the 6/6 to save 1 more point of life. Hat and Alexis on that page. Yeah, they only need to kill the taxidermist. Great point. A lot of potential cards to do that. Lacerate, especially. now it's... I guess we should just do that. It doesn't change too much. The pump now still gets it done. But yeah, stop might. There you go. Still just stopping the biggest damage source. We're so good at magic. Our bomb was the last bomb standing this time. Sure did do some serious work, and we've got serious ground beef issues. What are we doing about our serious ground beef issues? We might just need more ground beef. Like, I'm liking a inherent 4 toughness against all, like 3 toughness against 3 spawns. Like, I'm looking for 3 toughness that we can let go of. Like, I guess Spore at least gives us... I guess maybe we don't have it. I'm not getting rid of this. Fearful Villager could go, I suppose. That makes sense. I'm going to cut the Fearful Villager for the Mariner. We do have a couple of groves that we could pick off. Not seeing any flying, though. I'm not sure we want to bring that in just for the groves. So, yeah, let's just send this, make the one swap for a 4 toughness for a 3 toughness, and understand that we don't have a great matchup here against those spawns. They're very good against our strategy. I don't like them against the field, but I sure like them against us. We can keep this. We're going to find a mountain and find our second black source leader. Visionary on 2. Or Wolf. Wolf, I'd be more inclined to trade. I gotta watch. Yeah, this mouse is on the edge. It keeps releasing my clicks. I keep doing stuff on accident because normally I hold my clicks and pull back, but it keeps releasing my clicks when I'm hovering and making plays I don't want. I gotta change my habits here. Yeah, Weaver is ostensibly second black source. We'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll play a Wolf out. Visionary can help us out later. Yeah, man. But my mouse speed is slow. I really don't want to use this mouse because the cursor speed is too slow. It'll be agonizing for me. All right, interesting flippage. What is Oppo up to? We've got 6 now. Sorry, I just ran land out without really thinking. Shouldn't have done that. 6 mana, we can go... I guess we go Blossom Visionary and send the Wolf in first. Might web in that case. This is fine. If they go for a trick, we got one of our own. I don't mind Wolf for a Disciple. I could have saved it or whatever. I didn't want to trick into that open mana, though. That seems like asking for it. Might just go for attacks here, although we don't have anything great to do this turn unless we want to lacerate flesh that. So I am going to use the Visionary now. And that will be fine. But here comes the spawns. Witch's Web could help with that, though. Lacerate Flesh also does a thing, and we can even save whatever they go for with the web and then get in attacks anyway. Let's do that. Probably go for the Berserker, and then we'll just pump it in swing. And the 2/2 from the Disciple, not enough. They probably have to chump it, which is also fine. Now we got the 2-for-1 on the spawn instead. I'll not really. You know what I mean, though. Not another one. This instead. Because, you know, our problems on the ground aren't pronounced enough. We need to have a 7/7 and growing to... Well... Dump hand. Not much else to do. Possible we can get wide enough here, but that hurts. Man, this is such a kind of so-so strategy against everything except the mirror. It's so good against us. The ground game well shorn up by Oppo. We got one win out of it. Alexis just likes making it night. And there's a lot of sense in that. They don't have werewolves and we do. So, I'm with you. But it kind of feels very similar to Game 3, Round 2, where we just have them on the edge, but we don't have quite enough to close here. And they're producing more and more board presences that make that harder and harder. Aurora thinks we're still favored, and we might be, but you can feel how it could slip. Just so. Not a bad draw. Not a bad draw. Probably have to just pick off the Colossus and send in everything else. Berserker blocked by Packmate isn't great. Let's start the dead Colossus, though. That feels like it's got to happen. This is also up there, but... We could send... Yeah, Alex, I'm swinging away. Swinging away. They have some eats here. But I'm just trying to overwhelm this one card before it's too late. Well... I guess we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just play the land, and then land draw next turn means we can do both of these. Yeah, so we'll just and that's also attacking with Blossom. I recognize that we have 8 with the Blossom, but I'm hoping to attack with the Blossom. That's the thing. Never mind. Still, got our land, and this might just do it. Might. It does! Oppo showed us they still had all those. But we got there. Well, they want it to be good, Prof. Don't want to make cards that suck. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take a moment to set up my other mouse if I can. The cord isn't super long, and this is one of the reasons I use a cordless mouse is that with the standing desk and my PC on the ground, often I don't have cords that reach. I need to get an extender. I have one extender for my Stream Deck box, but I need another extender. We're gonna give it a try there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try moving it to my back side input. All right, what do we got? We got, and I pull from this mess. That seems important. Where does this go? That goes to the mic. I can't really pull the mic. This goes... What I'm going to do is find... Ah, here we go. This printer I can unplug for now. I don't need to print during the stream. Now let's see if I can actually make this reach. Well, okay, I think it just kind of reaches enough, but now I need to get my settings on this. Mouse settings. I think that's okay. A little more. I don't know. Tron, you can chat, and if you don't have your sword back, I'll try and fix that. Yeah, too bad. We won, so we got to keep playing. Oh, add to friend? Huh. Well, you can be my friend. I'll check with Twitch. I'll tell them I accidentally banned you. Need help. This is the Alexis is concerned, although we have the goods, we're going to keep... We just got a little unlucky on land. I mean, come on, Alexis. This is not a trap, though. We got there on Ridge Wolves. They're good. We're just a little bit greedy. You're going to mull that? I can't mull this. I think a card is more important than a play on turn 2 for the most part. And we had real chances to draw plays for turn 2 anyway. And now we're just getting unlucky, and that just happens. Can't remember the last time, like, missing my third land drop tilted me or whatever. It's just so the game we play that stuff doesn't really bother me at all anymore. It's just the losses we take sometimes. It'd bother me if if this were costing us in on our 5th win game 3, like that would tilt me, you know, but other than that, this is just classic Magic doing this to you sometimes. Probably don't have enough time for Dormant Grove if we somehow find a way out of this. You knew we were going to draw land now, right when it's just about too late. What can we do? I guess we got to play Weaver, and maybe we could play Spore Crawler, and then we at least look to trade for the Recluse, although Weaver just blocks the Recluse, but trading might give us land, but this is land. We just got blocks and draws, but what is blocking? What are we hoping to draw? A mana source, right? And we can just play and block and have the mana source. So I'm going to do this. Of course, if they kill, we would rather have the Crawler, because then the Crawler could die and draw us a 4th land. But again, if they can't, we're probably not winning anyway, so I'm not really playing around in answer to the Weaver. Just so we can move on now. Red, black. We could bring lower down, but I think they might be aggressive, but in this case, that's where I like stuff like the Hunter to stabilize. I didn't like our Hunters when their top end was bigger than ours, and this wasn't actually stabilizing, and that way I like trying to get underneath. In this case, we're trying to go long and hope that they don't have any late game inevitability. Deck's been performing okay. Gotten a little bit of rough luck in a couple of key spots that have cost us, but the deck has been solid given its relatively low interaction. We're leaning heavily on our bombs. We've only had Halana once, but Bloodline Purveyor has come through for us multiple occasions. This is an easy heap. Get to get our second swamp even. Oh, we don't have a second swamp. Never mind. We'll get... yes, forest. Something to do on 3 would be lovely. We got a bunch of awesome 4s, but nothing to do on 3 unless we draw it. So that would be my wish to the Magic Gods, something we are delighted to cast on our 3rd turn here. That we can cast. I guess like a Although, honestly, I wouldn't be delighted to cast a Hero's Downfall on turn 3. That seems early to use that card. All right, thank you, Magic Gods. I'll take it. Not the best play we could have drawn, but I just asked for one, anything, and we got it. And we can attack with the wolf first. I'm gonna not play the Ridge Wolf meme. I've played it a bunch today. What do we got? We got anything else? If I got my act together, sorry, Prof. Prof done all this great work on memes, and I've failed to deliver. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. I've had to prioritize other things, and that's just the way of it. And that's okay, Ryan. Blood Hypnotist can't block. And that's nice. That means we can Halana the Ridge Wolf, and everything's got good attacks. And it looks like they're stuck on land. Their turn for that. Oops, I did the wrong one in the face of that. Well, you heard what I wanted to do. I just misclicked. I'm still going to offer. We got a lot behind. But I obviously did not want to do that. If we haste the Weaver, if that has play. If it goes to night, and we draw a land, we could Weaver, haste the Weaver, and then play one of the other 4s. You like haste the Hook? Seems fair. Haste the Wolfkin also doesn't suck. Uh-oh, what's this? Beginning of combat on your turn, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Each player sacks a creature. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Transform into... Okay, so you want to do that last. So now we are going to... Boy, we even get an attack with the Halana, but... How do we want to do this? Are we just still on Hook Hand? Why not Outcast? Isn't it just Hook Hand but better? Let's do that. And can't do Halana and Elena themselves, but we can... I like on the Wolf again for if they want to chump, this gets the most damage through. Oh no, I gotta haste it. Never mind, sorry. Whew. Almost screwed that up. Your team doesn't get haste, only that which you target. We'll sack the Spore back and we get to draw, right? We could also just get rid of Halana, but she continues to just, or it's 2 of them, they continue to just help our board so much. So I'm going to go ahead and sack the wolf. Oh, we don't, it's not night either, so we don't draw, but still, sack the small wolf. It wouldn't be insane if it was a guaranteed win, though, right, Hat? I mean, nothing's insane if you can look at the board and say, and then we win. But we couldn't there, so that's all right. Now, another Outcast seems pretty sweet. You like Speedy Trample Dog is a good good one, too, because then they chump here and they need to put both on the other. They can't... Oh, they have to put this on it? Yeah, I like that. No, wait, they can go... how can they... Nah, I guess if we do the wolf, they have to include the Henrika in combat, right? And it will be big. Yeah, sure. I think that's. I'm overthinking it. The plus, the counters just really make it clean. Man, you get one detail wrong in your head about a board state, and it will lead you to making a mistake. I mean, that's why this game is so complicated. You need every last detail in place, or you're setting yourself up for a punt. And, you know, there's just so many pieces. Like, there's 18 pieces of information to hold. I got 17 of 18 correct. Eh, too bad. The one you screwed up cost you. Back to, yeah, we just have a little more info, so I'm seeing if there's anything else. We got a flyer, but again, not enough to bring in one flyer removal spell. I'm gonna send in. Let's send it back here. Did they draw during that combat? Is it? I feel like, because we both did. I can't remember now, but I was wondering if maybe they drew that bomb during combat, and that could have explained it. Another spot where it's a tough keep, but a keep. We're on the draw. We have a Ridgewolf play. We find a forest in any of our 3 draws, and we get Weaver on 3 for a Ridgewolf pump. So we got to keep this, but it could go horribly wrong, I acknowledge. Now at least any land gets us a turn 3 play. And there's such any land. Really want a forest off the top, and really want a mouse that I can work with, because I'm hating my new mouse too. I can't even, like, Jesus. Yeah, that is the brightness of the sunrise there can give it a plains feel. I could see that. This has somewhat of an islandy feel from a distance, too. A little blue to it. Yeah, we got Villager to pump at the very least. I'm going to leave that. We're going to drop a Forest and cast Weaver. That's what's going to happen here. You ready? It approximates a forest, but I feel we should play the mountain and play the villager and not wilds for a forest. I'm gonna do that. We may find a forest on top anyway, giving us a turn 4 play, and if not, we do have the fallback then. Looks like all for the best. If we'd run out a Weaver, it would have been picked off immediately. Although, still wouldn't mind a forest. I never understood why it wasn't announced as being part, oh, this is game 3, unfortunately, Pablo. But the saying it was paper only and was not going to come to Arena, I just didn't understand. Like, I did not understand, why aren't you bringing that to Arena? It seems so easy. Wizards not usually one to decline the free money. Let's do that. And get us some green. I should have attacked first, and they were never blocking with this. But now it's too late. I was thinking as I was sorting Magic cards last night about the cost of success. I believe that Wizards has made a lot of mistakes over the years and failed to innovate and failed to improve their product many, many times over the years, or failed to improve it quickly simply because of the wild success of the game. The game has been so able to survive bad decisions by the stewards of the game that many bad decisions get made and get stuck with. Speaking of bad decisions, what are we going to do here? And I got a point I want to make on that front after I finish losing this game. I'm going to trade. Scourge was the last pre-modern frame set, right? Give me the release date of Scourge, please. That's what I want to see. Ooh, maybe I need to do this now. I don't know if we have the... We're just so dead here. I'm just making legal plays. In a way, I'm relieved. I guess... Yeah, we'll do this. Now maybe we can cast Hunter next turn and still actually potentially stabilize. Thank you, Arstall. 2003. 10 years. The game was around for 10 years before Wizards was like, you know what? Crazy idea here. Crazy idea. Readable text on white cards. What about readable text on white cards for the first time in our 10-year-old game? All right, we're dead. There might be people who complain about the frame change, but who cares? I don't care about people who are stuck on the past in ways that are not useful. But I want to remind you, go find a Scourge or earlier white card and just take a look at it. Here we go. Here's one. Here's one. Let me take it out of the sleeve. What does that card say? Who knows? It's white on white. Let's use white on white for our text for 10 years on our game. 10 years we're going to stick you with this. Why? Because the game was making money hand over fist. There was no incentive to even see that as a problem. I don't know how an art director lives with that for 10 years, though. And maybe it was more like 8 years, because knowing Wizards, like on the 8th year, they figured it out and then spent 2 years addressing the problem, and then it saw print in the 10th year. But it blows me away. And as I was, especially with my old man eyes, and I'm sorting cards and trying to see from a distance what the heck card this is, and you can't even read it, or go look at the, like, OG dual lands, that kind of thing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, but I was thinking about that a lot as I was sorting these unreadable cards and thinking how long the game had nigh unreadable cards in it, and thinking that the real cause was just success. That when you are making money hand over fist and the demand is just for more of your product, you're scrambling to meet the demand to produce the thing. Here's new game part here, and it's like it's easy to backburner stuff like readability on your cards because the game is selling hand over fist. I think it was a double whammy, because it also, the card that I noticed it on last night was an old school white card with unreadable text here too. It was the you needed a monocle. You needed to get a microscope to read the text. The smallest point text that exists on a Magic card with an unreadable title. And I was like, wow, you have to be doing really well to be 10 years into your game and not have fixed this problem. Or you really need to scold the art director. I mean Jasper, I forget how to pronounce his name, but I mean, there's a bunch of people working on Magic in the early days who had no clue what they were doing. They were making it up as they were going along, right? And I get that too. But boy, early art director for Magic, you really should have rattled the chains and demanded a facelift for the front of a Magic card way earlier than we got one. And yeah, anybody, you can, if you want to complain to me about where they took the frames to, if you think that you are a better graphic designer and could come up with something even better than the modern frames, the 8th edition frames, sure, show me. But don't tell me that Magic should not have changed the front of its cards. It was 9 years too late. Because, yeah, it's working. Why mess with it? Scoreboard. You just keep pointing to the scoreboard and let your mistakes pile up. Alexis was keeping track. If anything, Alexis, we were supposed to play them all. I think this deck could have been interesting as a more aggressive play all the 2-drops and lower the curve and crash in. But anyway, a little aside there as we finished up. Oh, I was going to claim my prize. I was going to claim my oh. Wah, wah. In this one, it was 2 losses because this is traditional. In the first event where I trophied, it was best of 1 and it was 3 losses. Any memes that haven't been played at all? Good question. There's ones that I've been failing to play a ton. But in terms of this, let me say goodbye to YouTube friends, though. Thanks for hanging out. We took a shot. I don't think I'm going to take another, I like limited, but I do not like trying to get to 5 wins and best of 3 for one of these here tokens. I'm not going to worry too much about it. We had fun drafting, and that's all good. And we'll try another event another day. Bye, YouTube friends. Thank you.